Drew Doughty does a pretty good Thanos, though. Ew. That's ew. Is that revenge for the Jonathan Quick trade? Hat picks. Hello, friends. Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another edition of Steve's Hat Picks, where we take a look at the best from around the NHL over the past week. We got some great moments and some really great saves, so why not start with one of those? Alex Stalock, welcome to Steve's Paddle Save Emporium.
Right at the blue line, but Alex Galchenyuk, Coach Bednar talked about him this morning. He had to reinvent his game from a 30-goal score down to a fourth line. McKinnon is in and free, save, rebound, and oh my goodness, what a save by Stalock! Wow! It was a tap-in. Here comes the rebound. McKinnon's got the whole net, but it's in front of him. It's kind of a goofy look. And oh my goodness, only the paddle, 4 inches of composite carbon fiber would save this. Watch the paddle. Oh, I don't like seeing that.
What a save by Alex Stalock.
Ew! Listen, the Chicago Blackhawks have not had a good season. No, they are not doing very good in the standings, but they are doing far better than they ought to be. They're not exactly in tank mode right now, racking up way too many points and being in way too many games. Listen, you can trade your best players, you can do whatever, but at the end of the day, players are going to play. Alex Stalock's got no quitting them, and that's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, this is just a fantastic story. I don't know what the name Dylan Ferguson means to you. He is a name that you've heard before, though. You just don't remember when. Remember in the Vegas Golden Knights inaugural season how, well, they weren't supposed to win any games, and they won a ton of them? It was surprising because, well, they're an expansion team. They shouldn't be winning games, but it was also surprising because of the unbelievable amount of injury misfortune that team had. Marc-Andre Fleury, hurt. Malcolm Subban, hurt. Oscar Dansk played great, hurt. Maxim Lagacé, he played fine as their fourth stringer, hurt. And they were forced to play a 7th round pick from that draft. I think they got him from Dallas, who was on emergency loan from the WHL. He was still in high school. Dylan Ferguson. Now, 2017 was a long time ago. He's had a long journey since then. He was on a tryout with the Toronto Maple Leafs and then I think the Toronto Marlies earlier this season. He was recently traded to the Belleville Senators at the AHL trade deadline. And now here he is with the Ottawa Senators making his first NHL start against Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins. The result? A 47 save win.
Looked over his shoulder. He was waiting to see if he had any help coming with him. Alex O'Connor in for Pittsburgh. Center tipped on net. Ferguson the save.
Well, he has become the story of this one thus far. Nearly 4 minutes into the second period, he's made a couple of good saves. This one turns over at the blue line, and Malkin steps in. He knows he doesn't know.
Sanderson to the corner. What a night for Dylan Ferguson. A night he'll never forget. His first NHL victory.
That is an unbelievable, fantastic story. How do you not cheer for that? Dylan Ferguson. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, one of the most frustrating players in fantasy hockey this season, Igor Shesterkin. Because, dude, he's supposed to be, like, automatic 1,000,000 points because he's one of the best goalies in the world. He had a bit of a rough stretch this winter, didn't he? Still winning his fair share of games. After all, he's with the New York Rangers, but he hasn't been stealing them like he used to. But this save, I think, is an indicator he's going to be just fine.
New York protecting home ice again this year. They came in having won 8 of their last 10 here at MSG. Down low, another beautiful stop by Shesterkin on Granlund.
He's really opening up the bag of tricks here tonight. Poke check.
But he's still in any conversation about the best goalie in the world.
Look at that right pad spring up on Granlund as he's going for the poke check. The right pad is up and he makes the stop, an acrobatic stop by Shesterkin. As at this point it's desperation. Granlund makes a pretty good shot to get it up top.
Love a little scorpion save, although I got to imagine, I don't think the goalie coach teaches that one. It's just kind of instinct. I don't give a crap if it's practical. It just looks really cool. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, you know who's having a bad, no fun, very not great season? The Calgary Flames. Here's Jason Robertson making that worse.
This time, and Hintz wins the draw. Pavelski gets the puck. There with Hintz and Robertson. Long pass to Robertson. Hintz goes for the goal. Robertson, nice move, backhand, scores! Robertson on the backhand wins it in overtime. over the Flames in Calgary.
Let's see what happens here. Well, it's close to offside. And there is an unbelievable effort by Robertson there. I mean, that's spectacular. So now the officials are going to go over and they're going to have a peek here. Remember, this is in league control now.
See if it might be goalie interference here as well.
No, I think it's more the offside, to be honest with you. It was really close.
Hintz didn't touch Markstrom.
Why, Jason? Because the Calgary Flames might play the Dallas Stars in the first round. Those Calgary Flames? Against those Dallas Stars. With that nasty forehand, drag to backhand dagger from Jason Robertson, he made that a little bit more unlikely. What a goal, what a finish. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, you know how they say, play to the whistle? That also applies to the buzzer. Play to the buzzer!
Stahl, Burns, one-timer, Goss's bear! What a save by Sandstrom! To the front of the net, it's loose! Oh, score! Did it beat the clock? They say yes for now, and the Hurricanes have tied the game. There it is.
What do you think, Butch?
I think it's going to be a goal. This of course.
It is a good goal with 0.3 seconds
There it
left.
is. Boom.
Carolina Hurricanes about to go on the power play. Philadelphia Flyers, they're on the penalty kill. It's at their own end, but there's only 7 seconds left. We're going to be fine, right? And they even get a save in there. They're going to be fine, right? 0.3 seconds remaining. The Flyers so close. Sandstrom with the good save in there, but Sebastian Aho, oh my goodness, to Tony DeAngelo in overtime.
Even changes now. No, he'll stay on there. Thought maybe you go with Natchez, but here's Aho. Dancing. Aho for the win! He's got it! He has a fire in his belly, and he showed it tonight.
Exactly what he said. He said, I got to pick it up. I'm one of the leaders. He knows that. We've seen him do that for a number of years here. The guy is phenomenal with the puck. He's winning draws, blocking shots. He's on the ice in every...
And that is a hat pick. For our next hat pick, this is unreal. We're doing a lot of unsung goalies this week. I don't expect you to know who the third stringer is for the Colorado Avalanche, but it's Jonas Johansson, and here he is in the dying seconds of a game against the Ottawa Senators, saving the day.
Batherson to the near side. Stützle is in. He shoots it over the top of the cage. Final 10 seconds right now. Giroux. Stützle shoots. Save. Rebound shot. Oh my God! What a save! What a save by Johansson! I cannot believe it.
Plays for it. I don't know if it hit Chychrun in front. We'll watch here. And there's a wide open play. And I believe Jack Johnson. Does he stop that puck? Here's the look. The far side. Oh, I think JoJo saved that.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the perfect look right here. Watch the push. Get across. Oh, baby! Oh, you called it, Moj. Oh, that was outstanding. What a push right here, right on that far pad.
Oh, Riker, that's amazing.
Oh, saves like that, he'll never forget. Look at that.
He's got that Stretch Armstrong groin. He's got that Fantastic Four groin. He's got that nobody should be able to make that kind of save groin. What a stop from Jonas Johansson. That's a hat pick. Another unsung goalie, Akira Schmidt. Now, he is in an interesting position because you might be like, I've heard that name. Why do I know that name? Remember last year, the Devils were forced to play a ton of goaltenders and none of them were ready? One of them was Akira Schmidt. He's looking a bit better these days. Check this out.
It's like they've lost a few key faceoffs.
Here's a rebound. Akira Schmidt got it. That may be the save of the year as he robs Nick Paul.
Shot comes from the point, initially from Hedman. Right here, he makes the save, and look at this save on the rebound. With the outstretched glove, he stays with it. Nick Paul thinks he's gonna.
You can always tell how good a save is by the shooter's reaction. Check out Nick Paul. Oh, you son of a gun. There is no higher honor than that. What a save. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, we always say Connor McDavid could be in these every week more than once. Trevor Zegras, he's starting to become that guy. Check out this assist.
Look, one-timer, and that whistle's wide. Up the boards, Ryan Strome trying to jam it through center. Zegras trails the play, picks it up between his legs. Great pass over, they score! Trevor Zegras, that's an offensive highlight.
So he's got good speed in the neutral zone. Players are fishing around for the puck. Zegras comes in late, but it's between his own legs, and then he puts that backhand pass right into the wheelhouse. There it is between the legs, and a perfect pass for Kevin Shattenkirk to sweep into the back of the net. It's a nice finish by Shattenkirk, but what a play by Trevor Zegras. My goodness.
Ew. It's not quite the dish again, but that'll do, Trevor. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, the Philadelphia Flyers, they're allowed to have hat picks too.
Sealer, a shot block, gets it back. Nick Sealer moves inside, outside, and he scores! Nick Sealer, how do you do? A thing of beauty.
Sealer scored the goal of the year for the Flyers moments ago. Shea Theodore, Brady McNabb, Jonathan Quick. No chance. I just can't believe what just happened there. Way to go, Nick. It's been a long year in Philly, but Nick Sealer just...
Dude, that's Nick Sealer doing that move to Shea Theodore. How many moves was that? Enough. I guess, at the end of the day. That's a hat pick. Our final trio of hat picks all go to defensemen. Let's start with, honestly, one of the most underrated guys in the league because the Avs are so good. We don't talk about this guy enough. Bowen Byram undresses the Habs. Just the franchise.
Harvey Pinard trying to play it. Out of the reach of Tierney. It'll clear the zone, though, and Girard backs up in center. Makes it ahead for Bowen Byram. Driving the net. Byram to the goal. He scores! I mean, they're just got their ears peeled back and they are driving on the offense all the time. Colorado's at its best in the transition, speed, pace, and to start games, they got everybody all locked in. And we saw already Taze up the ice. We've seen Makar up the ice. Byram, certainly a guy that you got to keep an eye on. Girard, I mean, everyone is involved in this offense, and the Canadians get beat wide.
Yeah, you see what I mean? You kind of get buried on a team that has Cale Makar and Devon Taves. Well, in the absence of Cale Makar, Byram has Sean, and that's unreal. That's a hat pick. For our penultimate hat pick, Drew Doughty channels his inner Thanos. Fine, I'll do it myself. I don't do a good Thanos.
Powery shot off a stick. Catches the glass. Doughty walks the line. Drags it away from Peterson. Doughty all the way to the net. Puck free. They score!
There's Doughty. Gets it to the middle. Watch him keep going. Backhand keeps going. High-hand coordination. Just eye-hand coordination gets it done. All four officials are huddled right now. But you have to credit Doughty there. When he saw the opening, he gets there and he attacks the opening.
Drew Doughty does a pretty good Thanos, though. Ew. That's ew. Is that revenge for the Jonathan Quick trade? Ew. That's a hat pick. And last but certainly not least, Erik Karlsson undresses Jack Campbell and the Oilers. Shout out to Andreas Janssen for the block behind the play.
Draisaitl with a drop-off for Zach Hyman. Give San Jose credit. They came to compete. One-timer Nurse. Oh, and that's a painful block by Andreas Janssen. He'll try to shake it off as Zetterlund chugs his way into the offensive zone in front. Karlsson backhander score! And San Jose regains the lead 3-2 on Karlsson's 21st.
It leads to this transitional play, and Erik Karlsson, watch him. Such a great skater, just gets into a lane and that fake. What an incredible fake. Fakes like he's going to slap it, comes down, goes to the forehand, back to the backhand, and tucks it home. Look at this. Can't leave him all alone coming back.
Yeah, that play started, and it didn't look like it tickled when it started. But without that sacrifice, the Sharks don't move it up the ice, and Karlsson isn't able to pull off that magical finish. Eric and Andreas, that's a hat pick. What did you think of this week's edition of Steve's Hat Picks? Leave a comment in the comment box down below. But for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Just because you've never heard of a goalie doesn't mean they're not capable of shutting you out.